Welcome to the 3Gs, the podcast where we dive into the world of fitness from three unique angles on three generations as we bridge the generation gap, explore diverse perspectives, and unravel the secrets of staying fit.
What's going on, everybody? This is a 3Gs podcast. I'm your host, Coach Kyle, and we have two other hosts with me.
Coach Michael.
Coach Cisco.
Yes, sir. And today we have a topic on the top 5 worst categories of foods and drinks that you can put in your body. We're going to start by guessing what we think is on that list.
Michael, take a first guess.
And which one, food or
Just
drink?
Either or.
Food, I'd probably say chips. Got to be the worst.
Chips. That's a little more. That's a specific one, yeah. But so, what would you categorize that as?
That's number one.
No, but what,
I think so because
category
you would
of-
category as a processed food or
it's an ultra processed food
ultra processed
because
food?
it has additives that crave you to have more
Okay.
and to have that's that little old saying with the Lay's chips, can't eat just one. That's what they're saying.
So is processed food on the list?
Yes, sir. That is on the list.
1 through 5. What is
Processed
it?
Foods. It's actually number 1.
Oh.
I don't know if this is in order though. We just kind of like.
Oh, you just went with the 5?
Yeah. But that's on there
That
for
was a
sure.
good guess, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, I like.
Wait, but hold on. What's ultra processed foods though?
Yeah. What's ultra?
How's
processed?
that different from processed food?
That's an ultra processed food.
You
How's
said
it- yeah.
ultra processed.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's one of the foods that have ingredients in there that will crave you to eat more. To eat more and to keep wanting more and more and more. That's an ultra processed food.
So it kind of like makes it more addicting.
Yeah, it makes it addictive. An additive added to it that makes it more addicting. Yeah, you look at me like you don't believe me.
No.
I'm just saying.
I know for sure.
I'm just saying.
Sometimes I don't believe
It's
you.
just additives, yeah, for sure, that make you crave it more. They're high in calories, no nutrients in it, for sure.
And it's so easy to get too. That's one thing. You see so many people that it's just so accessible. That's the one thing that when it comes to like chips.
Oh, I know.
processed
Oh,
food.
yeah. The other day, we were having a little gathering, and we had this big thing of chips, and the people were just going at it, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're just killing that box, man.
Because chips is good, man. But I get it. You definitely don't want to be consuming that on a regular basis.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So that's one. We got one out of
We
the
got
list.
one. What's next?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with an obvious one. Alcohol.
Ding, ding, ding. Yes,
Boom.
sir.
Well, beer. Yeah,
Alcohol, beer in general.
beer's like I think the worst. It literally blows you up.
Yeah, no, that beer belly, for sure. Empty
Well, they call
calories.
it beer belly and whatnot. But why do you think? What makes alcohol worse? Like, let's just say. Well, let me ask this: is sodas on the list?
Yeah,
Well, no, you don't have the list.
I know, but I know what it is.
What would that be? No,
Yeah.
not specifically. Was that no?
No.
Well,
no.
Coke is like considered the worst drink soda to have.
Well, what would be worse, a can of Coke or a can of beer?
I'd probably say a can of Coke.
You think a can of
I
Coke?
think so.
Good
That's
question.
what I think.
It's a good question.
Why? I beg to differ, but I want to hear your why first.
Why? Because the sugar amount that a can of Coke has, it has like 12 spoons of sugar to every can. And they've even said that Coke has that acid in it that it can actually take
Clean
rust.
yeah.
Rust.
Yeah.
That's pretty strong, man. Can you do that with beer?
That'd be a cool experiment to do.
It is, but it's weird because I feel like beer, well, alcohol in general. I love alcohol. I'm not saying I'm one or anything like that, but I know when it comes to when I'm on my serious fit goal routine, I completely cut alcohol out. But I enjoy it, and it's just one of those where I feel like the main process, how I explain alcohol to a lot of my clients, is like you're not really adding a lot of like bad things, but you're just not benefiting your muscles. Alcohol, that chemical that goes inside the body, it just slows the process of what the muscle's supposed to be doing.
True. It
Where-
does hinder, yeah.
It hinders your
synthesis.
it hinders protein synthesis, which hinders your muscle to do what it's supposed to do. Sugars just kind of makes your muscle the body has to attack the sugar now before it attacks the fat once sugar's entered in your body.
You know what? That just made me think too of like how many calories there are in 1 gram of alcohol versus 1 gram of carb. Because sugar is carb, right?
Yeah. There's
So
there's 4 calories per 1 gram of carb, and
alcohol
I believe
is 7.
alcohol is 7. Damn.
So alcohol might be worse. Just I mean, if we're talking about like calories and how much calories it has.
Man, Cisco was like
not,
you know.
not 100% of all alcohol is high
Created
calorie.
equal.
Tequila is 0 calories. You know that, right?
Yeah, but what does tequila do to your body? It's still a chemical that alcohol enters
It
in
does,
your body.
but if you're gonna drink, you know, you want something
Shots
that's
over
0
beer.
calories.
And so, yes and no. Okay, so now let me ask you this. Is it ever okay if I'm a client and you know I love alcohol? Is it okay for me to have any form of alcohol during my weight loss journey?
No.
And you know I love it. Like, hey man, I would.
There's certain alcohols that I would say, you know, if you're gonna drink, you know, drink tequila, because you're trying to keep the calorie consumption down. Maybe you're not keeping the chemical factors out that are probably affecting your muscles, but I think it's a lot less worse than having a 6-pack of beer.
Yeah.
Or drinking a few drinks of bourbon,
Okay.
you know, because it's all that refined sugar you're going to be having in that alcohol.
Well, that's not. Like, I could see that too. I mean, what about you, Kyle? Have you ever had a client tell you, well, what alcohol can I drink this weekend? It's Memorial Day weekend. If I'm gonna be drinking, what should I drink? What shouldn't I drink?
I always tell them to steer away from beer, and if you can just do like shots itself, then you know
Yeah,
it'll be
that's
lower
it
in
right
calories
there, I'm
because
telling
beer
you.
has a lot of calories. That's what I would say.
Yeah, but it's still bad for you. So
They're both bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so alcohol is a category there that's not good. But I'm a firm believer again in moderation. So I always allow people to have something, just not going overboard.
Yeah.
Obviously, the prior two is always going to be like your protein and everything.
Then they say this. Well, what about wine? That's like the worst.
You think so?
How's
It
that?
is.
How's that the worst?
How is that the
Oh,
worst?
it has so much sugar in there. That's crazy. It's crazy.
If you do
man. Why-
mimosas,
Huh?
if you do mimosas,
Well, but then you do hear that a lot of people. I've had a lot of clients come up to me saying, "My doctor told me 1 glass of red wine to help me get antioxidants."
Well, 1 glass.
True.
Okay, and 1 glass. Let's talk about, some people talk about almost a half a bottle and stuff.
Yeah, that is true. Well, once again,
that goes
going
back to the whole moderation.
I don't
thing.
really know anybody that
Is
just
you
says,
gotta moderate
I'm just
your
going to
intake.
drink 1.
So alcohol,
So alcohol,
Yeah.
processed foods. We got
What's
two.
next? What's next? another category.
Another category. We got alcohol.
Say meat.
No.
No?
No.
Meats?
Meat's good
Meats
for
in
you.
general?
No, well, yeah, it's good for you, except a lot of times that when you go to the grocery store to have to buy
Nah,
meat,
meat's
a
not
lot
on
of
the
times
list,
they
huh?
put
Meat's not on the list, no.
They put nitrate on there, nitrate in the meat to make it look fresh.
Yeah, but still, no.
That's
That's,
what
not
that
on
was
the list.
my guess.
Is
You might be talking about processed food still.
you're still in the
Processed
processed food lane.
meat. Yeah.
I'm talking about food in general.
So no. Let me see.
You did not say processed food.
Yes,
No,
we did.
no.
Or non-processed
I mean-
food. I'm talking. You said food.
Oh, yo, what about fast food?
It's in there.
Oh,
Ding,
see?
ding, ding.
How about
Oh yeah,
say
that's bad.
fast
That's
food?
bad.
Yeah.
Processed food is bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I never eat it.
you okay? You've never had fast food?
I when I was younger.
Oh, when was it? All right. What
when was
month
it?
are we in right now? We in May.
When was the last time I actually went to one of these fast food places?
Was George Bush the first one in the
No,
presidency?
man. Matter of fact, a month ago I might have went to that. I don't want to say.
That's recent.
I went because everybody. That's because when my daughter wanted to go, so I had to go. Mm-hmm. You know, and
Well, here's a common
So
thing.
you didn't have the willpower to say no as a train? No, I was
I
kidding.
should have, man. I don't like processed food.
I don't even know who you
I mean,
are
I mean,
anymore, Michael.
excuse me. I don't
Is
like
that your
fast
real
food.
name?
I don't like fast food. I
So,
don't.
I feel it. Me neither, though.
Here's
I
the
feel
thing.
that.
I grew up on fast food. So I grew up with divorced parents. So anytime my dad had me for the weekend, he didn't know how to cook. So my dad fed me off of McDonald's and Taco Bell. And he would always say that. That's his number one story is he would always go with like, all right, I have Cisco for the weekend. My dad didn't know how to cook. As like single dad, he's like on the go. It's like, all right. here, McDonald's, Happy Meal, here at Taco Bell. So I grew up on fast food.
Thanks. So
Now-
how would you tackle that issue then for someone who is trying to start eating healthier but they don't know how to cook?
So that's why. So
And they've been eating fast
I
food
do
for
have
a
a
while.
client. I do have a client that's lost over 130 pounds. She's on the spectrum. I think we mentioned it on one of the episodes. And she eats. She goes with the smallest caloric item that she can find based off of her Weight Watchers category. And it's, believe it or not, it's a Del Taco BRC, bean and cheese and rice burrito. She only has one and whatnot. Here's the thing, going back, like how Mike said with the bottle of wine or the glass of wine, people would probably get the half the bottle. When you're trying to go with the fast food moderation for people who don't know how to cook, people that are constantly on the go, it's going back to the same thing. It's probably going to be a repetitive model, but moderation.
Moderation, for sure.
Instead of going
For
with the
sure.
combo, go with something that's lighter and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I think, like I said, she did what she knows. She's like, you know what? I'm only allowed this many points on my Weight Watchers, and then this is gonna allow me to stay within my points. So you gotta like research what you can, but I mean, stay away from it.
Yeah.
I think
A meal prepping company could be an alternative for it.
the way how inflation is today, yeah, some meal preps companies are actually a lot more affordable than fast food.
Yeah, for sure.
A Big Mac combo, I think, is now over $10. You get a meal prep company, you can
Could be
probably
like
get a
$5,
meal.
$7, $8, $10. Yeah.
So I got fast food.
So we have processed foods,
Is
alcohol, fast foods. Last two. What are we thinking?
Last two. Man.
Trick or treat, mother.
Candy.
There you go.
Dessert / candy. Yes.
Yeah, because man, sometimes man, I'll dip in that candy, when Halloween comes around.
I second that, man.
So high in sugars.
And chocolate messes
it
me
is
up.
high in
Chocolate
sugar.
It
messes
does.
me up.
I'm
It
a
is.
whore for chocolate.
So that calorie take,
Pause.
the nutrient table is just a bunch of writing on there, right? Because it'll say like in some of them, like half of a Snicker bar is 100 and some calories.
Oh, you're talking about the nutritional facts.
And then nutritional tab box in there, so it's not really accurate.
No,
It's accurate to a certain point.
it has to be accurate. Remember, you can't release something without it being accurate. If it's inaccurate, they can get sued for it. Larry's Cookies, protein bar cookies, I remember they got in very big trouble because their nutritional facts wasn't as accurate.
Like false advertisement.
False
or something.
advertisement. So yes, so no, the nutritional facts are, it's just you overeat. You just
Yeah.
it's just
yeah.
you specifically, Michael. You
Well, no.
get
Well,
3
actually,
bars.
what people don't do is look at how many servings actually, is required to hit that.
And that's what it might be too. They'll probably say, "Oh, this is for half a serving."
Right.
By the way, this Snickers is worth 6 servings.
Exactly.
That's where they get you. It's the fine print.
servings.
I know
yeah.
reading isn't your forte, but you got to read the
I
fine
don't
print.
really, I don't really eat candy. Only during Halloween.
Yeah. No. It's
coming up, man.
It's
It's
coming
coming
up.
I know, man. They got that little, leftover jar.
Yeah, you got your Magic Mike costume ready?
They do that. They do that at the gym.
I know. Yeah.
And you're like one
Those
of the
candies
ones
in the
that are-
hallway, man. I'll be falling for it.
All I see
I'll
is
grab it
Cisco-
right in the
all I see
hallway.
is Cisco come out of the
With a
bag
Kit Kat
eating
bar.
a candy, piece of candy.
You and me both, man.
Yeah. So we got processed food, alcohol, fast food, candy. Oh man, Mike, what do you
Last
think?
one,
What do you
last
think?
one.
One more, man.
I don't know.
Here, I'll throw out a hint. You can find these at your local fairs.
Local fairs. Come on, Michael.
Like OC Fair or whatever.
What kind of food do they have at the fairs?
Hot dogs.
No, Michael.
You're kind of getting
I
close
know,
there.
I
You're getting
know.
close
Come on,
there.
Michael, you're half
Close
black.
there.
You're half
Yeah,
black.
there you go. Exactly.
Get it
Man, I don't eat
Fried foods.
I don't
Together.
Eat, I don't
That's
eat
crazy.
Stuff like that. I don't eat.
You
stuff
just
like
said,
that.
Cisco.
God, Michael.
I know it's bad. Hey, do you
Man.
go to the fair and
Hell yeah, I do.
I don't go to the fair.
Well, you need to enjoy life, Michael.
I don't eat fried foods,
You
man.
need to enjoy life, my friend.
Not even fried chicken?
Huh?
Not even fried chicken?
No, I don't. I eat grilled chicken only.
No,
I don't
man.
eat fried chicken.
Fried food is very addictive. I mean, in the Hispanic culture, we fry our food from time to time, and that's one of those things that I personally, I'm Salvadorian, and my mom makes
Are you?
pupusas. Yes, and those things are fried and delicious and whatnot. So, and it's just somewhere, once again, going back to the fairs, I've had fried pickles. I've had fried Snickers.
man.
I've had fried,
God,
man. Fried pickle is
I've never
dangerous.
had any of that.
Hey, but I will say fried food is probably the food that hurts me the most. I will probably within an hour not feel great.
Yeah, no, I feel you 100%.
Like not feel great. It's not just only bad for you. I just don't feel good at all.
It just doesn't sit well. Actually, I went to Disneyland not too long ago, and they had this fried pickle in a corn dog, and you dip it in peanut butter, and it was the craziest dish. But it actually wasn't that bad. But an hour later, dude, man, it was not sitting well.
And you know what? I don't know about you guys, but when we eat with fried food, I don't go to the restroom that quick. And I feel like that settles in my stomach. No, it's like
It's out here clogging your arteries, dude.
yeah, no, I'm being honest.
Clogging everything.
I'm being dead honest.
It's clogging you up, man.
Yeah. No, because like, you know, I'm the type where I like to go to the restroom to release my food and whatnot. But with fried food, anytime I've had that, I was like, damn, dude, it's been like a couple of hours. When is this gonna get out of my system? So I don't feel good with it. I don't have it as often. I'm surprised you don't have it as much.
I don't have it at all.
Really? When was the last time you had a fried anything? French fries.
I bake them.
You bake your fries?
Yeah.
You bake your fries. Oh, okay. So when like you can't remember.
I would say French fries because I have eaten them before. You know.
Then well, like I said, we got the 5 then. So you have your fried foods, processed foods, fast foods, candy, and alcohol.
And chips.
No, that's part of it.
That's part of
it,
processed
man.
foods, yeah.
Out of those 5, are you constantly eating those from time to time?
No.
No,
Nope.
none of that.
No. It's not even good for me at my age.
Mike has a perfect diet. I don't. I have some of that, but again, moderation. Moderation is everything when it comes to all this stuff. Too much bad stuff is good. Oh wait, too much good stuff is bad stuff too.
Well, that's what it is too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, but it's the same thing in moderation. Like I said, whenever I'm drinking, I do what Mike does. I just wanted to kind of pick your brain at it. I stick with tequila on the rocks to avoid minimal sugars, but I do know that I'm not really progressing my fitness gains. So I'm not progressing my muscle work or anything like that.
Yeah.
So if I just benched, 225, I know if I have a shot of tequila afterwards, I'm just hindering that. I'm not even helping that out. So,
But I'm a firm believer of enjoying your life and not being so restrictive,
yeah, and that's one thing that I think. And then with fast food, like I said, from time to time, it's what you like. Once again, it's what's accessible. It's also what's that word? That's in the tip of my tongue. Where it's accommodating, but when it's why am I drawing a blank? It's convenient. There you go, convenient.
Convenient.
So,
Now,
'cause-
isn't it odd that these two young guys, how you guys eat and how I eat?
isn't it odd? No, it's not odd because let's be real. You just said it yourself. At my age, I'm not allowed to eat like that.
No, that's right. I don't like eating, a lot of junk food.
No, and that's why
Well, you did a month ago, you said.
Yeah,
I did.
And you go
man.
crazy on Halloween.
and you go, yeah.
I try not to, but if you go through
So
the
that's
whole year,
that's
let's
still
go through the whole
a
year.
version of moderation.
But then that's again a different sides of generations, right? I remember when I was in my 20s, I was not so strict on my eating. I was a
When was the
lot.
last time you went to McDonald's?
The last time I went to McDonald's, I believe I actually went not too long ago, to be honest. On Mother's Day. So what? We're already in May.
Dang.
Yeah, 2 weeks. And the only reason why I went to Mother's get McDonald's
When was
was
the last time you went to McDonald's? Yesterday?
No, actually, I haven't. You know what's crazy is like because I eat so well in terms of like cooking steaks and asparagus, that'll always be fast food for me. Like I'll crave that over just burgers and stuff. It's because it's good. I like that.
I mean, yeah, you can't hate on it if it's
I
delicious.
love burgers, but I get
Exactly.
them made.
Exactly.
They're made here.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you have the process to it. So
all these categories, I feel like kind of correlate and have an overarching theme of they're all basically high in calories, low
and
nutrition stuff, no
It's what
nutrients.
gains weight.
Right. So,
What gains weight.
but we should be moderating these, right? Like that would be what was your biggest tip on these categories for someone?
for someone that was listening and heard all these categories, I would probably just say moderation. If you can go cold turkey, cool, but obviously
power to you.
More power to you. It's not easy to go cold turkey. Moderation, instead of one, 3 pieces of candy, 1 piece of candy, and then slowly get it away from you. And also, like I said, look for other alternate options. Fast food, we were talking about conveniency. Meal preps are also another way to make it convenient as well too. So there are other options. Do your research, just like we did our research on these 5 topics. And that will probably be the best way to help you guys overcome these 5 categories to help you succeed in whatever fitness journey you guys are doing.
And the older generation, try to eat as healthy as you can because you will feel better.
There we go.
Amen. Amen. Well, thanks for tuning into our podcast, and like and subscribe. If you want to know more about our individual training, you can click on the links in the description, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you so much, fellas
All right,
and
take it
gentlemen.
easy. Later.